Okay, we got the Tomoquads CSX here. This is the one I just built, and this is the one you might have saw in a previous video that I did. Both of these are pretty much identical besides the camera. This one has the Swift Mini, and this one has the Swift Micro. And a couple little things like props. You know, I'm using Rotorex 3040 on this one. Awesome props. And then I tried out the new 3044 Rotorex props, and they are just amazing. Way better than these, and you can't get much better than that, and they're way better. So I'd highly recommend these props. They're just so awesome. But anyway, so on this one, I don't know if you could notice or not, but, or actually I might have turned it off on the OSD, but the current draw and the milliamp hour used on the OSD wasn't working right. And it was because I had this wired wrong, I guess. I didn't know, but the way that I normally build a quad with a 4-in-1 ESC is I run the XT30 straight off the ESC and then run jumper wires to the flight controller to power the FC. And doing it that way with this OSD, it doesn't work right. The altitude worked correctly, and the battery voltage worked correct, but not the current draw or milliamp hour used. So on this one, I tried it different, and I ran the XT30 straight from the top of the flight controller, and then ran jumper wires down to the ESC. There was on the bottom of the FC, I ran a power from the current sensor, and then a ground from the ground that's right next to the current sensor to the ESC, and it ended up working out great. In my last video where I flew this one real quickly, that was the first flight I flew with this, you could see that the current draw and the milliamp hour used was working correctly. So that's the way you want to do it. And that is the Omnibus F3 V2. And like I said, they all got the same parts. There's the DYS 1306 4000 kV. Awesome motors. I've always loved them, always will. The Lumineer 20 amp by 2 ESCs, and there's plenty of room. You can see if you use these little orange O-rings, at Multi-Rotor Mania they have every color. There's like 10 colors to choose from. So whatever color your quad you're building, you can get that color of O-ring. But they work out great for if you want to really get the lowest stack you can possibly get with the components that you're using, because you can just squish down on it until it's where you need it. So works out perfect. I'm gonna actually see how tall this stack is. Let's see here. Try to do it anyway. It looks like 18 from the base of the frame, from the top of the bottom plate to actually I'll go to the top of the FC. It looks like it's about 14 millimeters. So that's pretty low. That's a low stack for having a 3 stack. So it works out great. And this is actually the first version of the CSX, and it's been completely revised since then. This one's completely different in every way, but you can see how much more room there is. Not only because I'm using a smaller cam, but there's just more room up front here. No room up here. Even though I'm using a little bit bigger cam, you can see the bottom plate is just shorter. So it got stretched out on the newer version, and a few other things got changed, but this version is definitely better. This is just the most awesome quad that I've ever built. Seriously, it's super light. I wish I had a scale. I don't, but this is just insanely light. It's just so crazy. It's lighter than this one for sure. And you take off a few grams for the camera. I think that camera is like 8 or 9 grams or something like that, and this one is 5. Using the same VTX 03 I am using this Axi UFL, but it only weighs, it's less than 2 grams, so that's not any difference. Everything else is the same. Yeah, just an awesome quad. I love this CSX. It just flies so good. I'll definitely be getting some more footage now. I actually have some good goggles. Not my teleporters. I've been using these teleporters. Where are they? They're down here. I've been using these for about 2 years now. And that's all that I've used. That's all that I've had. I've never tried any good goggles ever. And now I have these. So it's really nice having a DVR built into the goggles, so I'll definitely be getting a lot more footage. Okay, baby. But yeah, I definitely recommend this frame. It's just so awesome. 4 millimeters thick. It's gonna be. Hold on a second. Sorry, my daughter was screaming at me. So, anyway, actually, I guess I'll show something else real quick. I'm doing a lot of builds right now for people. It's pretty awesome being able to see things, components and frames and motors, stuff like that I would normally never see myself because I wouldn't be able to afford all this stuff. But since I'm building for other people, I'm able to see all kinds of stuff, and it's pretty awesome because then I can say, okay, this is cool, this is something I would buy, or this isn't something I would buy. It's pretty awesome. But anyway, here's also the Tomoquads Micro 2. Awesome little frame. This is so awesome. When I first flew it, I was like, oh my god. A 2-inch with a CCD and tons of power. This one has the 1104 10,000 kV. And I was using the Gymfan 2035 4-blade, and it just flew so good. But I also had these HQ 1935 tri-blades, so I thought I'd try them out, and it flies pretty much as good. These props are awesome. If you are looking for some 1.9-inch props and you want the best, I would recommend these. I ordered these along with that Axi from Rotor Geeks, and they shipped so fast. It was only like 5 days from when I ordered it till it was in my hand. And even though they're up in Canada, I'm actually pretty close to Canada. I'm about an hour away from the border. But yeah, so this thing, man, it was just designed so well. It's just so awesome how the Swift Micro fits up here. You can slide it forward or backwards and it'll tilt super far up, as far as you would ever want. You could tilt it up. And the way that the VTX03 fits up here on the top plate, oh man, it's just so awesome. And look how much room there is. I mean, you never have this much room on the first Micro. The first Micro was impossible to fit everything in there. And there's just so much extra space now. It doesn't look like it because of that buzzer there, but I need to find a place to put the buzzer. But yeah, look how much extra room there is on top of the flight controller before you hit the top plate, even with the VTX03 up there. There's tons of space. So yeah, awesome little quad. I'll have some flight footage of this to come soon. I'm also building a 3D quad. This is going to be for 3D flying. Pretty awesome. It's got the T-motor Air 40 motors, Aero V3, and a DYS F4 all-in-one flight controller. Watch out. Awesome flight controller too. I swear this thing, it's just so high quality for DYS. I mean, I'm not saying DYS isn't high quality, but they're a cheaper brand, you know, that makes quality stuff, and this flight controller is just amazing. I know that people are having problems with the V1, but this is the V2, and it's just awesome. Go to helination.com and pick yourself up one. They have everything that you would need all in one spot. I love Helination. But anyway, about this flight controller, it also comes with actually I have another one.
Got your finger off. Got your finger in the way.
Right here, so I'll show you real quick. Yeah, I know, listen, it's okay, I moved it. Try to show you real quick what comes with it. So this is a brand new one. If you open it up, this is what it looks like. Look at that, you get a buzzer and an XT60 and soft mounts. It comes with these soft mounts that actually go in the holes to mount it, which is so awesome. So it's just sitting on the rubber. You can see it moving. It's pretty awesome. It just comes with everything you need, you know. Nice, I think this is 14 gauge. Yeah, 14 gauge wire. The nice XT60 buzzer. Pretty awesome.
What?
So yeah, lots more stuff to come. I haven't been doing a lot of videos lately because I only have my phone for a camera, so I will be having a better camera coming soon, so I'll be doing more videos definitely. So alright, thanks for watching.